Let me change the conversation and give people a bit of a white pill. It's a little scary conversation. We're talking about all this crazy stuff, but I have a story about the waning power of the establishment and interrupting scandal over at everyone's favorite network, CNN. In this story from Timcast.com, CNN President Jeff Zucker announces resignation. Zucker says he failed to disclose a relationship with a colleague to the media company, but oh boy, is it so much spicier than that. We have this story from the Daily Mail. Devastated CNN hosts defend Jeff Zucker's illicit career-ending affair with staffer Allison Gollust. Brian Stelter blames Chris Cuomo for outing him, while Allison Camerota says he should not resign. Well, this is really fascinating. Chris isn't done yet. Cuomo's lawyer demand to see emails they believe will prove Jeff Zucker knew about his help for Andrew, his brother Andrew, that could cost the former CNN chief millions of dollars after sacked host forced him to resign. All right, let me bundle this up for you guys. First of all, CNN's ratings are just in the total trash. Yeah. So the Timcast podcasts get more viewership than CNN does by like 2 or 3 times. That's how bad CNN's doing. What happens is Jeff Zucker, you've got Jeff Zucker, who knows this woman, Allison, what's her name? Gollust. For 20 years. Wow. She works for Andrew Cuomo, right? Then she leaves to go work with him at CNN. Chris Cuomo is then trying to help his brother with this big scandal. They cover it up. Chris Cuomo gets caught, doesn't get reprimanded. All of a sudden, we're now learning that they're all in it together. They're all one big happy family. Jeff Zucker then comes out, fires Chris Cuomo. Chris Cuomo, it seems, feels betrayed. Like, yo, what are you doing? Like, come on, man. You know, Allison, she worked with my brother and we helped you out. So then he publicly comes out and he says Zucker was in a relationship with her and he didn't disclose it. So then he's forced to resign. I think there's a bigger scandal behind all of this, because this shows that CNN is directly colluding with Democrat politicians. Yeah. So I think there's more to it than just this, and we're just getting the tip of the iceberg on this one. But CNN imploding in real time, from their top hosts to the president of their company to the connections they have with Democratic establishment, all being exposed. Let that be a good day for all of you to see the eruption in front of your very eyes. If CNN was a prime vector for Russiagate misinformation, for Ukrainegate misinformation, and Kavanaugh and all that stuff, and defense ACB. Of BLM rioting and all that stuff. Not only does nobody watch them anymore, but they can't even keep the ship together. It's sinking, baby.
That's beautiful. I'm curious. So how many views do they get?
So I looked up. This is totally independent of these stories. I looked up their ratings. Their total daytime viewership, 443,000 viewers, I believe that's the number.
No way.
And their total primetime viewership is 663. So daytime's usually way lower. But this is a lot. Daytime's a lot of hours. But primetime is when everyone's tuning into the news. So they're only getting just over about 1 million views. But get this. They only get around 230,000 key demographic views per day. 230,000 people between the ages of 25 to 54 watch CNN on a given day. That's it. That's how abysmally bad. So I was saying this before the show. I was like, yo, one segment that we do. So on my Timcast news channel, we average like 250 unique views and key demo views. One segment I do on my channel gets more than CNN's total key demographic daily viewership. Seamus said to me, he's like, stop bragging. And I said, no. It's not because I'm doing well. It's because CNN's collapsing.
No, and Tim does all that without any sex scandals either. And like these people can't even get a fraction of the viewership without doing something creepy. No, but it's true. I mean, it is kind of remarkable to see how abysmal their views are. And it's also a white pill.
I'm not really. I don't want to get too down on Zucker for this one, because I think he really loved that girl. I mean, they've been together for 20 years. Is that right?
No.
Sweet.
They've known each other for 20
buddy.
And they've been. Katie Couric said they were joined at the hip.
So apparently they were friends.
They were like friends.
And only recently he's saying they started,
Ooh, so it's like a little will they or won't they kind of thing for a while.
Okay, so
he escaped the friend zone.
What was that?
From CNN.
What was that joke you had earlier, Seamus?
I don't remember.
You were like, he said that he should have revealed the relationship sooner and didn't. And you were saying like the joke.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no, she was like, It was a miscommunication.
The manager,
she talked to management and he was like, we're just like talking. It's not, what I mean? He wouldn't define the relationship, and she's like, well, I know who will.
Well, no, you were saying like
I'm going to tell CNN.
The manager goes to Jeff Zucker and says, "Are you in a relationship with this woman?" And then she turns and goes, "Yeah, Jeff,
that's right. We were talking about this earlier.
We're just friends.
She's like, yeah, Jeff. He's like, the executive's like, so what are you? She's like, yeah, Jeff, what are we? Like, what's this? He's like, oh.
And then he's like,
just zoom in on his face real slow. Music.
Yo, this is a ridiculous scandal.
I think he's like, this is like an easy pass for him to get out.
Well, he wanted to quit. But here's the crazy thing. They were saying this woman, this woman, Alison Golust, was potentially going to replace him as president. So this was months ago. They were like early last year. They were like, she may be tapped to be the new president when he steps down, because he was talking about leaving for some time. Now all of a sudden he's leaving. Because the whole thing is imploding.
Yeah, so if nobody watches CNN, where do they get all their money from? I'm genuinely curious.
It's like subsidy.
But isn't it also completely insane,
AT&T,
you guys?
I think.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it completely insane that the people who make all of their money lying all the time don't conduct themselves in an upright manner in their personal lives?
Yeah, that's the
it's
weird
so
thing.
bizarre.
So weird.
Who would have thought?
You would think they'd be honest in their
Who would have thought that like you can't trust people who you can't trust?
People are calling for Brian Stelter to be fired or quit, resign.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he avoided reporting on this ongoing major scandal at his own network that people have known about for some time.
Well, he feels sorry for you. Was that him during the Project Veritas video in their film? He's like, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you.
Brian Stelter?
I believe it was Stelter.
But they confronted him in was it a parking garage or something?
He's like, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you.
He was trying to get away.
Being super condescending.
When you arrest a murderer, you don't cut off the finger that he used to pull the trigger. That's Stelter's the finger.
Well,
CNN's is the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of joking, because you could always terminate Brian Stelter.
Can you imagine if he did report that story on air, though?
The president of this company, my boss, is in a secret relationship with the chief marketing officer. Everyone here knows it, but no one's saying anything because we're scumbags.
I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, I feel sorry for them.
Look, the bigger story is that CNN's one of the principal propaganda machines, and it's just like we're sitting on the. Here's what I want you all to imagine this. It is a warm summer night. We're all on the beach. There's a nice fire going. All right, It's a nice fire going. It's not too warm, and your friend reaches over, puts their hand on your shoulder, and hands you a nice cold beer, and you all look off into the shoreline, and you see a gigantic ship that says CNN just sinking and in flames. And then everyone holds up their drink. Salute!
What a great night,
Tim. That's like, all right. First of all, I cannot condone that kind of talk. Right? That's really fun. Do you remember when someone made a meme of where they like photoshopped the CNN logo onto a wrestler's head, and Trump was punching it, and CNN literally doxed him.
Yeah.
And then not only did CNN
the video.
dox them, they banned the video, they doxed this kid, and then they reported on their own doxing, thinking it made them look good. They're like, we found him.
He'll never do this again.
We feel sorry for him.
They didn't dox him. They threatened to dox him.
Yeah.
They said, we know his name.
Right, that's
and
right.
If he agrees to never do it again, we won't release his name.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, yo,
you guys are crazy.
That's crazy.
You guys are crazy.
Didn't Chris Wallace just go to CNN?
Yeah, CNN Plus,
That
I think.
was a good move.
Yikes.
Well, he was just like, I would like to jump on that sinking ship.
That sounds
fun. And then he did.
Perfect timing.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. I wake up in the morning and I get out of bed. I turn on the Keurig and it pours me. And we use biodegradable Keurig cups. They're very, very nice.
It's true. They're disgusting.
And I think it's fantastic.
They're good.
And then I get my coffee and I put some cream in it. And then I take a sip. And then I walk over to my computer and I press the button, turn the screensaver off, and I see big story, CNN ratings in the gutter, racked by scandal. And I just look up and I say, it's going to be a good day.
Oh, yeah.
And I get to work and man, it feels good. It does, because
it does.
It's really frustrating to see. We can talk about the Joe Rogan thing where Brian Stelter is like, we have a newsroom and we try so hard and people just trust Joe Rogan because they don't trust us. It's like, oh, poor baby.
It's like,
I love to see it. You love to see it, man.
Yeah.
You guys, they lied every day about Russia. They staged Chris Cuomo's quarantine.
Yeah.
They pretended he was in quarantine. They lied. They know they lied. Brian Stelter knows they lied. These people are evil. Their actions are intentional. We all know it, and we are all gloating in their glorious sinking ship.
Well, it's more than that.
Watching their glorious.
Yeah, we're watching it sink. Here's the other thing, though. it's not as if they just lied, right? They have never acknowledged or apologized for any of those lies, even though they scolded you for believing that they were lying the entire time that they were lying. And so I'm not just watching this gloating. I am genuinely happy that there are fewer people consuming their lies.
I want to give a shout out to our good friend Michael Malice. He says, white pill. After CNN decided to take on Joe Rogan, both the president and most popular host were driven out of their jobs.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
Mess with Joe, you got to go.
That's right. There you go. I love it. That's perfect.
I love when people are saying, denounce the honk and you get the bunk.
Yeah.
Because the conservative leader got ousted or whatever.
Yeah, these are good mottos.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is so. Ian was saying before the show that he didn't really want to cancel people like CNN, and I think that this is actually a form of actual justice, not social justice.
That's right.
Because they've done nothing but lie. We know they've done nothing but lie. You can see Chris Cuomo coming up out of his basement when we know for a fact that he was in a fight with a guy on a bike in the Hamptons 2 weeks before.
Right.
We know he wasn't quarantining. We know they're all lying. They're just full of garbage, and this has finally comeuppance for them. And yes, it does feel good.
That guy did call him Fredo.
Yes, it does.
So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He said that was like the N-word for Italian people.
Exactly, it is.
Just for him, yeah.
It's not, but
Not
okay.
at all.
Very not. It's like very much not. It's not even
like
close.
You're dumb.
Oh, man. So CNN lied over and over again, claiming that Joe Rogan took horse medicine. They all know they lie.
Yeah.
And when I see these posts on Facebook, they're like, Joe Rogan took horse medicine. And then I comment, I'm like, you know he didn't, right? Like, you know a doctor prescribed him tablets. And they're like, yes, but the medication in the tablets is the same medication they use for horse medicine. So I was just making a point.
Well,
it's like, you know you're lying, dude.
Yeah, like what went into his mouth is horse medicine. What comes out of your mouth is horse crap.
There you
all the
go.
time.
Yep.
Literally never an honest
On
word from
fire
these people.
tonight, Seamus.
Also, wait, there's something. Yeah, fair enough. There was something I wanted to mention here, but my train of thought was derailed.
So we got a story.
We got a train of thought.
My train of thought. Oh no, I just want to say one thing about with Ian. To be fair, Ian kind of turned around on that point before the show about cancel culture. One thing that drives me crazy is this left-wing talking point where they say cancel culture is just about accountability, even though they're just trying to get like average working class people fired from their jobs, or political activists they don't like punish for things they said 10 years ago. And then when we're against cancel culture, anytime we want someone to be punished for an actual crime, they go, I thought you guys were against cancel culture. You think people should be punished for actual crimes that they've committed, or should be thrown out of the organization they're at for actually breaking the rules? I thought you were against cancel. I thought you were against firing people for 10-year-old tweets. What's the deal? Hypocrisy much?
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. If you want to watch live, you can check out this channel Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and if you want more unfiltered and uncensored content with all of these guests, go to timcast.com and become a member. All of these guests you know and love in exclusive segments on our website where we are unrestricted in what we talk about, so you'll definitely not want to miss it. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you all next time.